Coming up on today's show, could Mike Evans be headed to Baltimore? We have a brand new free agency rumor to tell you about coming up in just a matter of moments. Also, Geno Stone, he is speaking out on his future with the Ravens organization. We'll tell you what he had to say and also what the chances are of him coming back to Baltimore are coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, a little challenge out there, folks. Our frenemy of sorts, Jack Sperry from Pittsburgh Steelers Talk, has put the challenge out there to us. He said that just the other day, somebody commented over 70 times and set the comment record on a Steelers Talk video, and he said, there's no way that could happen on a Ravens Rundown episode. And I said, Jack, you're wrong. We will prove you otherwise. So we will give a shout-out to whoever drops 70 or more comments on today's video. Could be multiple people, not just one person. Whoever does that, you're getting a shout-out later on this week. Do so, and we'll shout you out. We'll show you some love here on the show. Let's begin with Mike Evans, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver, set to hit free agency this offseason. And according to SI Raven Country, they are suggesting the possibility that he could be on his way to Baltimore. Here's more from Tim Ham of SI. Ham says the following. As it turns out, all of the moves paid off as Jackson not only re-signed with the Ravens with a long-term deal, and the former Louisville Cardinal won his second league MVP last season. Now as free agency approaches, Beckham will most likely hit the open market, while Aguilar has been re-signed and Flowers enters year 2 of his rookie deal. The Ravens could look back into free agency to find another weapon for Jackson, and it just so happens one of the best ever to do it could free himself in Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans. Now, I'll tell you this much. This would be a massive upgrade from what you got out of OBJ this past season, but it's going to cost you. It certainly would be pricey. Look, OBJ, you didn't get your money's worth. He had his moments, but you never found that consistency, not to mention the injuries that he suffered. It's kind of quite the opposite of what we've seen from Mike Evans in his career, as he's managed to stay healthy and he's been consistent throughout his entire career, 10 straight seasons with over 1,000 receiving yards. His projection of the money that he's likely to command on the open market looks to be about 4 years and $20 million per is what it's going to cost for any team to sign him for that matter. Remember, he's already got his Super Bowl ring too. So for Mike Evans' sake, he could be looking at this as potentially his last chance to cash in. Now, what do the odds look like for where Mike Evans could potentially end up next? The Houston Texans are the early favorites to land his services. A return home to Houston. He played his college ball at Texas A&M, plus 300, the odds there. Returning to the Buccaneers at plus 325. The Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs at plus 450. The Bears at plus 750. The Patriots at plus 900. The Titans at plus 1,000. Panthers at plus 1,500. And your Ravens at plus 2,000. So you can see the Ravens are a bit of a long shot right now to land Mike Evans there. But you look at the resume, you can't argue what Mike Evans brings to the table. This is a future first ballot Hall of Famer, right? 5-time Pro Bowler. He's been an All-Pro. He's won a Super Bowl. And that consistency, this would raise the Ravens offense up quite a bit. Now, I know you're going to lose a decent number of defensive players on this Ravens team. There's no secret about that as you head towards free agency. But what you could be looking to do is, all right, what we lose in defense, we could end up upgrading in offense, try to make up for that. And Mike Evans might be the difference maker in that regard to get you over the hump and help out Lamar Jackson a lot. So, what do you guys think? Chime in the comment section, weigh in on our pinned comment today. Let us know. Should the Ravens sign Mike Evans? It would be pricey, but I think it could be very rewarding if they do. S for sign, P for pass. Let us know in the comment section what you think. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. Football season may be over, but the action on the floor is heating up. Whether it's tournament season or the fight for playoff home court, there's no shortage of high-stake basketball moments this time of year. Get in on the excitement with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app, where you can turn your hoops knowledge into serious cash. Prize Picks even offers injury insurance so that your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For basketball games, if you have a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, the player projection won't count against you and the rest of your entry stays live. I'm looking ahead to the start of the baseball season on Prize Picks. I got Mookie Betts to have more than 32.5 home runs this season. Also got Manny Machado to have less than 30.5 home runs. If we put $20 down, both these hit, we are walking away with $60 on Prize Picks, folks. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. I've been winning big on Prize Picks. Specifically, been playing some NASCAR, and it's paid off for me pretty well. You can play along with me as well. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, proud partner of Ravens Rundown. Where will he go? One of the notable free agents for the Baltimore Ravens this offseason is safety Geno Stone, who's coming off a career season in Baltimore. And now the question becomes, what do the Ravens do? Are they going to be able to re-sign him, or is he going to go elsewhere? He spoke to the NFL Network on NFL Total Access within the last couple of days and kind of gave some insights on his future going forward. Here's what Geno Stone had to say. At the end of the day, Baltimore is always home, but business is business. You know that, being in this league this long. I've been through it all, especially my rookie year. I just want to be somewhere I'm appreciated, who wants me, and for me to be a starter wherever it may be. I just want my value to be there. Stone's projection of the money that he's expected to command out there is around 3 years and $7.2 million per year. And I think it's interesting to hear that from Geno Stone, to talk about not just finding a way to get paid, but also his role. Because while he was in the top 5 in defensive snaps for this Ravens team last season, the truth of the matter is that he was still a backup at the end of the day, right? He was behind Marcus Williams and behind Kyle Hamilton. And so as we go forward and you look into the future, if he were to come back, that's not going to change. And there's plenty of other teams out there that would gladly start Geno Stone. So for me, that's not a great sign if you're hoping to bring him back, that Geno Stone wants to go somewhere where not only he can get paid, but also play a significant role. Although he had 7 interceptions this past season, he might feel like he can be better utilized somewhere else. Let's ask you, will Geno Stone return next year to the Ravens? Why for yes and for no? Weigh in the comment section. Tell us what you think. We are talking about your Baltimore Ravens all offseason long as we cover the draft, free agency, trades, and more. We got a team that's at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis this week. We're going to have some more coverage from Indy over the next couple days, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe now. All offseason long, we got you covered right here on Ravens Rundown. Best part about it is absolutely free, 100%. Subscribe now. You'd be glad you did. Geno Stone, a former 7th-round pick, in his second stint with the Baltimore Ravens. If you recall, he was cut after he was a rookie and came back later on and has been very good for this Ravens team, playing in all 17 games the past 2 seasons. We mentioned second in the NFL in interceptions this past season with 7. It was a career year for Geno Stone, as he also managed to pick up 68 tackles and 9 pass breakups. And with the injuries that were involved with Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams, among others here, Geno Stone played a significant role. And the grades also showed up pretty well for him as well, with an overall grade at 72. Coverage grade was fantastic at 85.3. Pass rush grade at 48.5. Run defense grade at 34.2. If the Ravens do not bring Geno Stone back, that is a significant loss, but the Ravens can't be surprised by it, as he's not their investment in the position. Their investments are Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams. Those guys are their long-term solutions, long-term plans. And so while it's going to hurt to lose Geno Stone, if we're going to be frank with you, It's not something that the Ravens didn't see coming, and it's just one of those situations where you got to trust Eric DeCosta, where EDC sticks to his guns, stick to his game plan that says, hey, look, we don't like to backload contracts. We go with what we got. We draft to replace and go from there. And so then the next question becomes, how confident are you in Eric DeCosta with all these changes, with the free agents like Geno Stone that are likely going to walk out the door? How much confidence do you have in Eric DeCosta to get this right and find the valuable replacements? I feel pretty confident that EDC is going to get the job done. I'd put this about a 7 or 8. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments section. We'll see you next time right here on Ravens Rundown.